Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
Remember that you are the prize. You are the prize. Do you know what people used to do decades ago in order to get a woman? Like, please go read some history, go read some of the old love books. You're going to see, like, men used to write poems for women, men used to fight over a woman, men used to show up in front of their house and sing something for them, and you are sitting there and trying to chase a man, trying to make things work. No.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. You know what time it is? Another dating foolishness episode, and this one's a doozy. Why is this a dating foolishness episode?
Why?
Because this female lifestyle coach, yes, I said it, lifestyle coach, is out here claiming that women are the prize. But when asked why, this is where the foolishness comes in. What's the point of all that self-proclaimed wisdom if you can't even back it up? Let's dive in.
Stop dating men who think that they are the prize. If you ever aim to be in a happy relationship, then please do me a favor and stop dating men who think that they are the prize. Because only one can be the prize, and it is for sure you, the woman, the goddess, okay? Actually, masculine men know exactly that they are not the prize and the woman is the prize.
Red flag alert.
Guys, if a woman is out here calling herself a goddess,
Run! Get to the chopper!
and I mean run to the chopper fast. The same goes for queens, boss chicks, alpha females, and every other label they love slapping on themselves. You do not want any of that foolishness in your life. And like I always say, women will always tell on themselves. And this woman right here, she's about to tell us exactly why you need to run from anyone rocking that goddess mentality.
Okay? Actually, masculine men know exactly that they are not the prize and the woman is the prize. So a man who thinks that he is the prize is feminine, okay? So if you are dating a feminine man, then please leave that man and don't waste your time. Because I'm gonna tell you right now that this is a complete waste of time. Actually, it is scientifically proven that a man is happier being in his masculine in a relationship and a woman is happier being in her feminine in a relationship. So a woman is happier being the prize, and the man is also happier when the woman is the prize. If you ever heard about black cat energy and golden retriever energy, then you know that a woman being the black cat is always better and more beneficial to both. So a woman being the prize is the key for a happy relationship. And if you think that you are not the prize, go ahead and work on your self-worth. I can tell you 100% that you are the prize. If you are a woman, you are the prize.
See what I mean? This is exactly why we got so many low quality women, LQWs if you didn't know, running around in modern society. They've been drinking that feel-good Kool-Aid, led to believe they are the prize for just showing up as women. And let's not forget those black belts in Simjutsu, because those Simjutsu masters out here will happily add these LQWs to their lives. No questions asked. So I gotta ask, what exactly makes these women a prize in the first place? Just showing up isn't enough. Surely a woman calling herself the prize has got to be offering more than just her presence, right? She has to be bringing something valuable to the table. Or is she just there for recreational use only? I've read many books about finance, self-growth, and success. Not one of those books tell you that you need a woman to get rich, successful, or even become a man. So if you're claiming you're the prize just because you're a woman, Let me break it to you. That's an epic fail.
It's not logic.
And this logic is exactly why men are no longer interested in winning you. You're not a prize, you're a liability. And once again, this woman is going to tell on herself. Let's check it out.
So men that think that they are the prize. I've already mentioned that they are feminine, okay? So they should rather go on date another man. So I think that this would be a lot more beneficial to both parties. But however, if you think that men who think that they are the prize are actually happy, I can tell you they are not. They have no self-esteem, no self-worth, and the only reason that they think they are the prize, they are trying to compensate something within themselves because they know they can't be the men that they truly want to be. They are actually looking for women that maybe can make them go 50-50 so they can feel better and act like the prize, but don't put up with it. Let them be the prize, but not with you. Let them be the prize with other men.
This is pure gold. You see how quickly she jumps to shame tactics? If a man thinks he's the prize, he's not masculine or he must be gay. Classic. This is exactly why women are so easy to school. No one is teaching them to think critically. Why would a man who knows his worth settle for an LQW? Why would he commit to a woman who brings nothing but baggage? You're not gonna tell me that modern women are wives now, because that used to be the point of a woman's value to a man. A wife was a good thing, not just a woman, a wife. Wives aren't born, they are raised. Don't you get it? Guys, do not let these LQWs shame you into something you'll regret for the rest of your life.
So I'm gonna give you some signs that a man thinks he's the prize, aka he is feminine. Sign number 1 is when he's being indecisive. When he's being like, I don't know, like, what do you wanna do? Like, choose something. I don't know, do you have any suggestion? Oh my god, I can't decide. If a man is being like that, leave him. He's indecisive, he can't take the lead, he can't even make a simple decision. This man is feminine. These men want to be led by a woman. Many people don't believe it, but every time I met someone with something that was like off, I did not like, maybe he was feminine or something else, then I just asked him about his parents and it always made sense. Actually, there is a theory of Sigmund Freud. You know, he's a really famous psychologist. He already died, rest in peace. But however, he said something like, when we grew up, we are going to date someone like our opposite parent. So if I grew up, I'm gonna look for someone subconsciously who is like my dad.
No, we're not doing this. When Sigmund Freud dropped his theories, society was a whole lot different. Mommy was different back then too. So when these women start using century-old theories to make their point, especially when it comes from such a subjective perspective, you've got to be skeptical. Modern women pushed for this feminine man foolishness, claiming men were controlling and didn't listen to women's needs. So now, men are left confused. Lead and get burned, or don't lead and get burned. Women love to complain about feminine men, but where's the blueprint for masculinity? Where is it? No one is teaching modern women how to appreciate real masculinity, and that's the problem.
Okay, so sign number 2, if he lacks boundaries, if he's a people pleaser, he's very likely to be in his feminine energy. Let's say his friends want to do something and he's just afraid to say no. He's like a people pleaser to his friends. Watch how he acts with his friends. If he's like, oh my god, no, I can't do this because my friends, they are going to judge me, or they are not gonna want to be friends with me anymore, then he's feminine.
Credit where credit is due. Yes, this is a feminine trait, but don't forget the asterisks. Pay attention, fellas.
Sign number 3, very obviously if he makes you slip out of your feminine energy really easily. What it looks like is maybe he's like really leaning back and letting you do all the work, and then maybe you will try to overcompensate and try to make the relationship work, because in order to make a relationship work, one of both has to be masculine, because if both are feminine, it's just gonna be like that. So one has to be masculine and pursue the other person. So most likely when he is feminine, you are going to slip out of your feminine and you will be in your masculine, going over and beyond to make it work. When you notice that this happened to you, leave. Or you are going to stay in your feminine energy, and this man is going to go back and come back with his masculine energy again, or he's going to stay in his feminine energy and it's not going to work.
Here's where modern women go totally off track when it comes to masculinity and leadership. They think leadership is all about romance, making them feel good all the time.
Can you make me feel good? Can you make me feel good?
So they'll pick the man who makes them feel like a princess, just to dump him when he doesn't. This is why a woman has to submit to a man's leadership for the right reasons, not just because he's throwing her a fancy date. Leadership isn't about stroking your ego. It's about doing what's best for the family. And it's not something you can turn on and off. Women often get in their feelings when the man makes decisions they don't like, even when it's for their own good.
Because if you don't feel in love, then who cares if he's the good guy?
You know why women file the most divorces? It's emotional needs. They can't handle the fact that they can't just do whatever they want in a marriage.
Sign number 4 is if he wants you to go 50-50. And why I believe that this is problematic is because men who are in their masculine energy actually want to provide and protect their woman. So true, healthy masculine men would never want their woman to go 50-50. If he wants to go 50-50, he should rather look for a roommate.
It's not logic.
Let's be real here. Modern women are roommates. And honestly, they're worse than that. Like I said, wives aren't born, they are raised. Today's women have zero interest in cooking, cleaning, or nurturing their man. But let them try to go 50-50 in a relationship and watch how fast they complain. Why?
Why?
Because female nature is hypergamous. It's ingrained in them. And in modern society, it's pure solipsism. If women don't want that 50-50 dynamic, then stop rocking that strong and independent woman facade. But here's the catch. They don't want to do that because they don't want to look weak to other women. The sisterhood. Enter the dynamic we see with people like Gabrielle Union. She no longer wants to go 50-50 with her millionaire husband, Dwayne Wade. But guess what? He doesn't get to opt out of that 50-50. Oh no, he doesn't.
Sign number 5 is if he is a go with the flow type of man. Go with the flow. It's a feminine trait. Going with the flow does not belong with masculine energy. What it looks like is basically his energy. His energy when it's go with the flow, it's not always like pursuing, taking initiative. He lacks initiative. And actually a true masculine man, he likes to pursue, he wants to pursue. He doesn't want you to come his way. So what a go with the flow man looks like, he's like, oh yeah, I saw this girl, let's see, maybe she likes me, maybe she doesn't, we're gonna see. Whether a man, if he is in his masculine, if he sees a woman that he likes, he's going to pursue her. Another sign that he is go with the flow is actually when he doesn't really consistently show up. Like maybe he texts you once in a while, wants to see you, wants to go out. And most of the times it's really spontaneously. So he wants to see you very spontaneously. And then the next day, nothing. And then you're like, but why did he want to see me that day? And now he doesn't. Well, because he's a go with the flow type of man and he's feminine.
Here's the kicker. And I've said it many times. Most women are boring. Let's be honest. If you're new to dating, as a man, you're probably just looking to get some punani. Totally normal, right? She doesn't have to do much for you to be physically attracted. But then you get to the end of the rainbow, and guess what happens? Post-nut clarity. Suddenly, you're seeing this woman for who she really is. Now, you're asking yourself, what does she actually bring to the table besides sex? And this is where women like this lifestyle coach fail. They don't teach women to filter out the men who aren't serious. They teach women to lead with their punani and then wonder why men aren't putting a ring on it. They teach women to go for men who lead with their wallets. These are not wives. They are for recreational use only.
Sign number 6 is if he wants to be chased. Okay, so there is a really famous YouTuber. She's called Shira7, and she said that if a man wants to be chased, then you should call the police on them. I think that's what you should do.
And here we go. She mentions the sprinkle witch. At this point, she's beyond saving.
How do you know if a man wants to be chased? Energy never lies. You actually, as a woman, always know if a man wants to be chased. If a man waits for you to come his way, you're gonna feel it. But don't do it. Do not do it. Stay in your feminine all the time. Even if you feel like you're gonna slip out, don't let it happen. Oftentimes, I meet a lot of women where in the beginning everything was perfect and he pursued her, and then he kind of pulls back, and the women feel they have a need to go out and chase him because they feel a little bit wounded. They are in their wounded feminine, and when they are in their wounded feminine energy, then they become easily connected to the masculine energy, and then they're going to pursue them and try to make things work. Some men actually want that, but the men that want that, they are not for you.
Exactly. There are levels to this. It's not black and white. Women all want to date Chad and but guess what? Competition is fierce. If there's competition, you better be ready to compete for what you want. But women don't want to hear that. They want to believe they'll get swept off their feet by some Prince Charming. But let me tell you this. If there's only one prince in a room with 1,000 women, how many of those women are actually going to get a monogamous relationship? The math ain't adding up, woman. But this is what women want to hear.
No, like this sucks. Like I'm sad. Like I want love and I deserve it.
Sign number 7 is if you feel like you are his mother. If you feel like you are mothering him, then most likely this man is in his feminine. So you will try to overcompensate for his lack of masculinity. And what will happen, it's gonna make you unhappy. It's gonna make you feel drained, unappreciated, and even resentful. You will resent this man because you are not supposed to mother him. You are supposed to be his partner.
This right here is exactly why women attract so many simjutsu masters. They don't want an equal partnership. They want to be put on a pedestal and treated as the prize for doing absolutely nothing. And guess who's going to do that? The simp jutsu master. But let me tell you something. When a man understands his value, he knows exactly what he's bringing to the table. And he's not afraid to walk away from a woman who doesn't contribute anything meaningful. Modern women don't like that though, because it makes them uncomfortable. When a man is in control, it means he doesn't need them. And that's the scariest thing to a woman who's only been raised to be recreational use.
The only man that you can mother is your actual son, but nobody else. Look, sometimes women, because of their past relationships, they carry this pattern into their next relationships. And then when they finally meet a masculine man and then they try to mother him, then this man is probably going to take some distance because a true masculine man doesn't want to be mothered. If a man likes to be mothered, he is in his feminine. Away from feminine men, remember to keep your crown always like this on your head. Remember that you are the prize. You are the prize. Do you know what people used to do decades ago in order to get a woman? Like, please go read some history, go read some of the old love books. You're going to see, like, men used to write poems for women, men used to fight over a woman, men used to show up in front of their house and sing something for them, and you are sitting there and trying to chase a man, trying to make things work.
Blah, 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 blah. Women used to be virgins before marriage. They used to have kids young. They were raised to be wives for their husbands, not for their boss at work. They used to appreciate poems and letters from men before social media gave them 10,000 sim jutsu masters telling them they're beautiful every freaking day. And that's how easily your prize argument falls apart.
Actually, the last thing I want to mention is I do not hate men. I do not want to shame men, but I think feminine men are not supposed to date any woman. And that's it. That's it for today.
Management, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.